All right, cool. Should hopefully be working. Feels like it's been a while. Pause that. This one. There we go. Okay, I don't need those. Cool. I'll be working on some stuff for a little bit. Might end slightly sooner than usual. So usually I hang out with a friend on Monday. We'll see. Alright, so I have a few things. I published a video recently, and it was pretty much a one-day effort. So that was nice. But I'm still probably going to make a highlight video, although I'm thinking it'll be a longer highlight. So I won't be able to do music on TikTok and Instagram if I do that. But we'll see. It's in a different direction. I have done videos like this in the past, but not recently. I went to this Halloween market thing with a few friends, and I did the photography with my GoPro thing. Oops. Where's that? And it was generally nice. Though, with stuff like this, there's the expectation that you're supposed to ask people for photos and stuff. And then I generally asked quite a few people, but of course, the time that I didn't do it, someone complained. So that's what the recent video was about. And I think I was pretty polite to them, both in the response and also in the video, because I didn't show them or anything. I just blurred and blocked, closed off, put stuff to show it. And actually, I changed the pitch of the voice just in case too. But yeah, it's on YouTube, the main YouTube channel. Anyways, we'll see if that one gets any traction from a viewership perspective. We'll see. I still might mess around with the thumbnail at some point. I did make two different versions. I have the less trolly version on there right now. I obviously blocked I took a little frame from the GoPro and I blocked the person, and I put their opening thing directed at me as a text block, or those comic book things where people talk and then there's like a white circle with a whatever. I could show it, but so far, let me see what the stats. Oh, I have that disabled. It's ranked 2 of 10, so it's slightly better than my usual efforts. The viewer duration's not terrible, but it's kind of low. I think I gave away most of the video in the first half, and then the second half is talking about the ethics of photography and asking people when you should ask. Should you ask every flipping single time type of thing? And I even go over like the weird interactions or the weirdness of some artists related to photographers that I don't know. I've seen that in the past, but where they don't think photography is a form of art. But that's just speculation. So I brought up multiple questions towards the end of the video. So if I do make a highlight, I want to include the main piece, but I don't know if I'm going to include the other talk. We'll see. Because it's the video is 6 minutes and something. I just make them as long as they need to be. And the maximum for Instagram Reels is 3 minutes, and then YouTube Shorts is 3 minutes. But with Instagram, you can't have background video, or I mean background music from their system if it's over a minute. Same thing for TikTok. So I wouldn't be able to have music on those. But with the YouTube Short, I could put YouTube audio library music directly in it. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to edit that right away, though. So these are some of the photos from the event. I guess I could browse these. I was using... Let me get the camera. I intentionally went lo-fi with the camera setup and smaller. This is the A7S with the Viltrox 28 4.5. It is an autofocus lens. Very, very compact. It doesn't have any manual focus, so it's only autofocus. And it's got this little shutter to open or get the lens usable. Pretty cool. And of course with the GoPro, whoops. I have it like this. And the GoPro is on the end of this thing here. Whoops. Upside down. And that's how I did the video. So it's not like in people's faces and whatever. And I have all the lights off and stuff on the camera, so it's not distracting to people. Anyways, this is the event. I just call it Halloween Market, but it has a specific name. I don't know if I want to promote like it much because of that interaction, but because I don't necessarily want a bunch of photographers to go there. So at least if I probably make a video on it, like the actual doing photography rather than the ethics and stuff. But if I do that, I'm going to try to direct it in a way that, yeah, don't go there and do what I did, I guess, type of thing. But most of the interactions were very nice. Yeah, this lens has a massive amount of flare, depending. I mean, you can see the name of it right here. I was just trying to capture the vibe, the feel, and the stuff. And, you know, when you take photos of stuff, that's where the complaint came because, you know, some of it's quote unquote art, some of it's product. So the person complained about me not asking to take a photo of art, which is fine. Is there some type of necklaces or something? But there was some really nice moody lighting in one of the buildings. This is basically it. It looks brighter than it was because of the camera. I think that's 16,000 ISO. Yeah, 16,000 ISO. Oh, there's a person that watches most of my videos on YouTube, and he's mentioned multiple times about the low light capabilities of this camera. So I think he'll have some data on it once I make a video about that. That's 40,000 ISO. It's an older, it's the A7S original. It's contrast-based autofocus, which is not great, and with that lens as a combination, it was pretty slow and awkward, especially in darker light situations. So, I mean, looking at these photos, they seem fine to me. Yeah, a lot of cool random stuff. Star of something. So those are clearly handmade. That's cool. Toys from the litter box. This one's out of focus a little bit. I think it's focused back here. Am I more than you bargained for yet? And then these are like legs. That's interesting looking. Yeah. Unique. Oh, there's an egg. Neat little bat thing. What is that? Stained glass. And then, of course, that stuff. All-seeing eye. I don't know what that is. It's probably something else. But yeah, this had really nice lighting. Clearly my photos are brighter than they probably should be. But I didn't do a ton of adjustment and things. Sensory bin. That was cute. It's got little ghosts on it. Someone's hair, apparently. I don't know what that is. It's an alien? Like green eggs and something? Those are pretty cool. This had some nice lighting again. And the flare of this lens, obviously, is pretty extreme, but I think it works for this. That was a cute little display. A lot of this stuff I didn't even like register what it exactly was or paid attention to what it exactly was. I just took a photo when I saw lighting and things that looked interesting to me. Which again goes back to asking for photos and stuff. Is that I don't have any intent to reproduce their work or something. I don't know, whatever they are thinking in their own mind of my intent, which obviously that one person was, they didn't sound negative in the GoPro, but to me in real life, their tone felt negative to me, but maybe I was just in the moment type of thing. It's kind of cool. It's a type of cat. Yeah. So if you're into stuff like this would be an interesting event to check out. I don't know what that is. What's that called with the rocks? Crystal person or something? But these ones are super popular, the purple and the pink one. I should have put more focus on getting photos of the booth names and such. I have a map, but the map doesn't show exact locations, so it might be kind of hard for me to promote, or not necessarily promote, but show the people in the video, like so they get a little bit of visibility for their products. But like I said, the map that I have from the event doesn't have like specific locations for each name. It just has a group of names for each area. One of my convention scene friends was there, which I'll get to in the photos. That was cool. Like really long time. I don't talk to her much, but yeah, it was like, man, I'm trying to think of when. Probably 2010s. So at least 10 years. That was cool. Yeah, with this type of photography, again, it's more of a documentary thing for me. Atmospheric, the feeling of the place, stuff like that. And this, in a way, is just showing what's available. I did ask this person if I could take photos. It's got a name to it. Yeah, that's not a super. I'm gonna delete that photo. So not a. Greatly timed photo. That's what I'm saying. Okay, self-love stuff. Little packets of herbs or something. Moline. But I mean, for the vast majority, people I talk to are very, very nice. Some random thing hanging. That was a struggle for the autofocus. Tree spirits. Yeah. Forest orbs. This person was very nice. I asked them for the photos. Or if I could take pictures of their stuff. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd want to ask every single vendor or person. But it's like social battery sometimes, but then I mentioned in my video, if you hit that situation, you just stop. I guess. That was cute. And I said this was the one of one for this thing. $60 seems reasonable. Yeah, so autofocus issues. Of pottery stuff. Raven's pottery. Is that what that says? I can look at the map at some point. If I'm going to show their stuff, I'll put the social media in the video. Nice cups. These were cool. Some type of notebook. Or at least a cover for... Oh yeah, there's paper in there. Diorama things. Yeah, with stuff like this, I didn't even register in my brain what I was taking photos of. Those are cool. A lot of time. Oh, dudes. Oh, autofocus. Assume that's their social media. This person was very nice as well. D&D dice bags. They mentioned it has a lot of functionality inside of it, and the bottom's flat. I think that's what they said. But yeah, if I'm more likely when I make a photography video about this, I'll figure out which social media is what for the pictures I post. Whoops. Let's go back to that. Cool little dowels. These were resin of some sort, or it wasn't 3D printed, so that was cool. Probably a bit more effort to make those, or way of going about it. Yeah, this is the convention scene person I know for a long time, Evie Kami. She's gotten into this cryptid plushies and related merch. I don't know what that is, but it was a shark. Maybe they shared. No, that's her social media. Deer Man. What else do we have? In these ones, I don't know what the Wolfman and whatever else. Ninja Turtle ice cream bar pins. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I need to ask her at some point, like her production methods and things. So I'm curious about that. Especially for the plushies. Where'd you go to have plushies made? And the quality of hers were really high. One of my friends bought 2 of them. Is obviously like they were cool, but like a supporting thing. Support your friends. Although she had a lot of business. We were trying to talk to her, and she had a bunch of people there a lot. So I think she probably did well with the money aspect. Thank you for supporting and conjuring our creations back in 2021. No biting policy. Yeah. Yeah, these are really nice quality. Defeat the snake, the fascist snake. Stickers. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's a blind box thing? Oh man, she's getting into the blind box stuff. 1 in 7 chance. Okay. That's smart. Like her own version of a Gengar. Can't tell what that text is. This is a 12 megapixel camera. Yeah, there's some of her plushies up there. There's one there. Nightcrawler. Rogaru. Louisiana. I mean, it's not cheap, but basically probably lower quantity production. I'm sure those are expensive to make. You look gorgeous. There's part of my head. My friend asked me to, or directed me to take a photo of this. Let them eat cake. And then there's a skull thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're into more of a unique, harder to find, I mean, strawberries are easy to find, but I feel like a lot of this stuff is more difficult to find, like accessory wise. So it would be a nice option for the people into this style of stuff. I mean, I don't really wear anything, so I don't like the feel of having a watch on. Maybe I would get used to it, and I've made attempts years back, but so far I just never enjoy wearing stuff on me for the feel of it. So this is Canvas Zodiac. Very cool. Lemon haze. Yeah. I didn't take an amazing photo, but she was very, very nice. Let's see what she's got. Dark to the light candles. Tea variety pack. If I had actually read this, that'd be something I'd be interested in. Lotus jasmine. Oh, okay. It's like tea light. So it's not actual tea. It's that candle. Fused with botanicals. It's cool. This thing had a animated eyeball. Obviously, it was very large. Because I'm basically 6 foot tall. I don't know if I'm larger or shorter, but whenever I haven't measured myself in a long time, or at least attempted to. The thing is, when you measure your height, you can either stand like hunched or stand normal or like extend yourself. So I feel like there's variation to height. Maybe laying down would be the optimal way to get your actual height. But I've always said just 6 foot. Yeah. My friend had said that this was an Artifruit thing. The eyeball. Just I gotta look that up. I don't know. That's very... Doesn't look like the same thing. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But it does have a... Obviously, this would be custom, unless it's like a pre-bought item. Maybe it's one of those. It looks like it's in both eyes, but for whatever reason, they only had one of them on. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Again, unless this is just like a pre-bought, pre-purchase type item. The color is different, but maybe you could adjust the color and such. Yeah. Oh man, that's kind of scary. He's pissed from that angle. Oh, I wonder if it had tracking stuff. So it's looks like it's looking at me. Tonight. Woohoo. This is EV Comedy stuff again. We went back there because another friend showed up and wanted to direct them to them. And more of her pushy stuff. Moth Boy. I think this is the first thing that she came up with. That's what he bought. This one was cute. There's a lot of detail to it. Tea infuser. Tea bloom. It's going to be some high quality glass work. I have seen stuff like this. With like an all glass teacup or tea heater, whatever you want to call it. It's cool though. I don't know the practicality of this though. Because if you infuse it in the vessel, how do you clean something like that? Maybe just super hot water with soap. But that just feels like an accident waiting to happen. I probably just use water in it. Diamond again. Alfalfa something. Helps control blood sugar. Anti-inflammatory. Black Hawaiian sea salt, blue lotus. Cardamom. Sex magic. Allspice. Okay. Aloe vera. Basil. Buchu leaf. Oh, there's catnip. Maybe they had to raise the price of it. $5.25. Looks like. Angelica root. Increase urine output. Okay. Celery seeds. Little tree dudes. Gengar. More Pokemon stuff. I talked to this, one of the vendors here too. Oh, what is this called? Jeez, I never saw that movie. Despicable Me or whatever. Oh, it's a Yoshi. And Princess Peach, looks like. Is that Sailor Moon? Scooby-Doo. The dragon thing. I think this is Jungle Book. It's crazy how easy it is to... Oh, there's a Sanrio character. Yeah. It's a clever, if a little dangerous to do thing. Using official characters, but hey. That was one of my friends checking it out. Blue Sage. Dragon's Blood. Lavender. Cedar Cinnamon Orange Smudge Stick. It's like moss of some sort. Energy Cleansing Smudge Kit. Black Salt. Yeah, a lot of cool, unique stuff. Got some type of cat. Very nice. There's a little bit of the wider view. I didn't take a ton of photos like this because it's so close. People obviously would see me taking a picture. It's awkward. But general crowd photos. I don't know what that is. Little spider things. So 51,200. I should have adjusted my settings because it's too bright. Dare to Dream. I did ask this person for photos eventually after I took a few. Order of operations was not ideal, but she was very nice. Autofocus mishaps. This had really nice lighting, but I didn't capture it well with the camera. Again, I should have tried to lower the exposure. I can do it in post, but this was some type of photo thing they had set up. This just looked really nice with the lighting and the cloth and such. A box of candles and different stuff. More of the Pokemon stuff. So there were multiple, at least 2 vendors with this stuff. I wonder if they got an AliExpress or something. Obviously the focus is off. I do think the flare worked well with this. So it's a good lens for that type of stuff. I really liked those translucent or whatever word, semi-transparent sheer fabrics. Some random stuff. Doing tattoos. This person moved like, and I didn't get a chance to take a decent photo. Alien. Elm Street. Another mist focus thing. Soul healing with Holly. Like again, with the ethics of photography, is it wrong for me to take a photo without asking in this context? Or is it documentary style? And is there like I mentioned this in the video, is there an imperative of sorts to capture human life and things and events, you know, as a observer at times? You know, this little photo booth thing again. More merch. Back to there. Outdoors. It's random stuff. This person was very nice as well. Stray Ghost. Had a lot of cool merch too. Majestic as Whoop. I was struggling to take a decent photo of that, but yeah, that's their social media. Maybe I'll check it out. I'll do an unlogged in. Slash. Whoops. Yeah, she was very nice. Very nice. Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, that's their social media. Check them out. A lot of cool merch. I don't know. This just looked like a good thing to take a photo of. Yeah, that's more of their merch. Very cool. And one of my friends, he was like giving Tooth Fairy lore, and she was like, yeah, he knows Tooth Fairy lore. That was funny. But she said it was all handmade stuff. Random shirts and things, and more views of the event. Handmade apparel. Is that their name? No. One of a kind. Is this their name? I'm sure I probably will be able to figure out which place is what with the map. Yeah, again, missed focus. Oh, quite a few. Random tables and things. A little turtle dude. Whoops. Mushroom. Ooh, $225. That is cool art, though. And however they managed to apply it. Hats. Ever more beauty. I like the lighting. Adorable kawaii. Oh, kawaii. Adorable kawaii. Kawaii and kawaii. Kawaii is scary. Kawaii is cute. I didn't even notice that in the moment. But clearly the focus was not working for me. And that was after that point, I ran into the person that complained. And I didn't take too many other photos, but clearly they had some setting issues with some of this. And the massive flare of this lens. They were doing like drum stuff or something. And again, my convention friend, they have a gigantic suit of one of their things. So that they were not in that, but one of their employees or friends or whatever, whoever they were, they're inside of it. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool event. Let's see. Okay, this is not. That's not the. Oh, here we go. See if I can finish this edit. I have to blow my nose. I saw LGRs like in portions because the LGR lazy game reviews or whatever it means, they went to this event as well, VCF Midwest, which is the Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, which was in the Chicago suburbs. I think Schaumburg. So I went to it as well. I didn't see him, but I did talk to his brother, which years back, I think it was 2022. I talked to his brother as well, and he's into photography, so that was cool. But anyways, I'm making more of a general one for my tech channel. I just need to, I think at this point, just put footage down, and then I'll probably do a photography video for the other channel. So it's pretty much just GoPro footage. I don't think I took any clips with my camera. The Z5. I don't know a ton about
that because I don't tend to stay there a really long
have at the
event. This is a free event that's awesome. Obviously, donations are great. You can buy their merch, do the auction.
I tried to have this track. I think it's in there. It doesn't seem to work. Undo that. Motion tracking. Yeah, it tracked it. Actually, put that in here. So there's picture-in-picture FX location. Let me try the location one. Oh, it just crashed. What an amazing piece of software. Yeah, it basically crashed because the rendering stopped working. Switch to here for a second. Oh, there's the Polaroid Now Plus. Eventual future video on this. I did put oh, it's not gonna help. To not have as much reflection in the background, because that's where the viewfinder is. So I put the Saturn thing. I got that at, I got this Dollar Tree as a little pack of things you could put put on clothes and stuff. It's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm making sure that Vegas is not running in the background. And it is. In task. Yeah, there's various ways that program crashes. But I might end stream relatively soon here. See if I can do something useful in a few minutes. Auction.
I don't know a ton about that because I don't tend to stay there a really long amount of time.
All right. So I was trying to get this thing to track. But for some reason it didn't. No, it's basically... See if it crashes again. I feel like it might because that didn't change anything in the meantime. Oh, it... What the heck? Why is it doing that? Huh? Maybe there's two of them. Yeah. I might have to look up how to do that. Cause it doesn't jump around here. Whoops. Motion tracking. Yeah, it's basically fixed. It is vibrating a little bit. Oh. How's it going? Don't we just looking for a lens second hand, but never able to find? Don't we just looking? So you're looking for a second-hand lens? Never able to find it in the correct mount. Okay. Oh, love it when... Okay. Don't we just love it when can't find... Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Haven't... Places to find old, like, vintage lenses. That's kind of tough. Especially locally. In my area, there are a few... like collaborations of a bunch of little stores that are in one building and it's all old stuff. Sometimes they have lenses. Places like that might be interesting, but yeah, it would be pretty rare to find a specific lens in a specific mount. You know, MPB doesn't have the right mount. That's too bad. One mount of the 6 that it was made in. Yeah. So if you're just adapting, I mean, if you are adapting, then I think it'd be fine. But if you want it for a film camera, obviously you need the specific mount. Yeah, that sucks. I think I've got some stuff back here. Whoops. This is old Nikon 50 1.8. So right now I've got a Z mount adapter. This is a pretty nice little lens. I've actually found this one at a Christian-based resale shop. So someone had donated it to them, and I eventually bought it. The price was decent. I honestly don't remember how much it was, but I don't think it was over $30. So that's a nice little lens. Oh, it's a discontinued Sigma art lens. Oh. This is old Pentax Asahi Super Takumar. Yeah, it is. It's a f 3.5, 135 millimeter 3.5. I don't use this one too much because it's kind of very specific with the focal length and such. Oh. So you're saying made for Canon EF, Nikon F, Sigma. Oh yeah, the SA mount. Yeah, forgot about that one. E mount and L mount. So that's interesting. They would make it for the DSLR era mounts and then also a mirrorless. Maybe it has like an integrated adapter or something. What's the specific name of it? Like the focal length and aperture and stuff. Rehoused it for mirrorless. Yeah, okay. 41.4. I don't remember that one. Let's see. Oh man, that's not a cheap lens, but which mount were you looking for? You see, I have a little screen for text chat, so it's a little difficult for me to read. Are you looking for EF mount? I feel like you'd think EF would be easier to find, but let's see. Okay, E mount. That's too bad. Whoops. Yeah, I like 40. I use a 40 f2 with the Z mount. A little bit wider. I think it's nice. There is use. Yeah, it's tough, man. There are a bunch of used lens companies. This one I think is in Indiana. I bought stuff from them. But I mean, it's such a rare chance to get a specific lens and specific mount. Whoops. Man, I hate pop-ups. 40. Let's see. Nope. 200 to 400 millimeter f4. Inoperable. Inoperable lens, and it's almost $1,900. Man. That's tough. me see what else they have here. $200, $400 is pretty expensive. Around $3,000 in working condition. Okay. Yeah, I guess it depends on why it's inoperable. But if the glass is good, maybe it's worth it. Although it's still $1,900 for a lens that doesn't work. I feel like the company in that case, this company's more of a camera shop or two, so maybe they don't have the ability to fix stuff. But something like KH, they fix a lot of the lenses. It feels like it would make more sense to fix it before selling it. Let's see what they have in EF mount. New. Let's go here. Whoops. Oh, that's kind of weird. I can't select multiple conditions. Andromeda lens. I can't use Andromeda. KH. Oh, EU based. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know of companies for you. Yeah, MPB is the only one I know of. There is a Nikon dealer. I don't think they would have anything other than Nikon. Just like Grays of Westminster or something. I'll just say EU based. Yeah, it's all good. I'm curious at this point. Cameramarket.eu. RCE photo with an F. Camera store with a K. CVP. I think this is a YouTube. Oh, yeah, camera store with a K. Yeah. Oh, 3 lenses from there. Okay. Do they have a warranty? Like with MPB, they've got a warranty on it. Usually. Oh, cinema lenses. This looks like new equipment. Camera World. Access denied. Okay. Oh, I don't remember how long it is. Okay. That is an interesting lens. In the mix of focal length and aperture. All right. Question is if you still want to get it after going with the new 17-40. Is that a 2.8? Oh, 1.8. Oh, this is the recent mirrorless. Yeah. Or is it only mirrorless? I know you said you use EF mount. Okay, we got RF. Yeah, this is only mirrorless. Oh, you're planning RF mount. Okay. I feel like Sigma is probably so good now that this would be fine at 40, 1.8. And generally, the longer focal lengths are going to be better corrected and stuff than the wide angle. So I think it's possible it's just going to be a really, really nice lens throughout the range. I would assume there are some reviews out there, but these days Sigma is really crushing it with quality. I mean, they've been doing that for years now, but many years ago when I was first getting into photography, Sigma was their quality level was kind of like iffy sometimes, but now with the art stuff and such, these are probably really good through the range. Yeah. Let's see what else they have lately. 17f4. Viltrox came out with the 17f4 thing. No, it's like a 14f4. Mm. Yeah. This one looks interesting to me based on the price. It's tiny too. Okay, maybe it's not as small as it actually looks. Oh, that's probably like a A7C. "112-degree field of view." It's praised to the moon and back. Besides, oh, it's only a crop sensor lens. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Yeah, the original of that style was a ton of people use that, especially for video work. I don't remember the focal length range on it for the Sigma. But yeah, that was a super popular one. It was like a 28 to something. Oh, 18 to 35. Yeah, I'm thinking full frame. This is 18 to 35. That makes sense. Yeah, 28 to 45. Okay. Let's check out B&H. I don't think I'm going to edit anymore at the moment, so I'll just do this for a bit. Let's see what new stuff is out there. I wonder if there's any new like DSLR mount stuff. Oh, it's price. Whoops, newest. Venus Optics. I think they're a Korean company. 180 millimeter. I think for macro stuff, no focus, no autofocus is fine. Mitacon 55 2.8. That's another macro lens. Gray Market 51.8 STM. So these are still being produced, it looks like, but not officially. Huh. Laowa stuff. Yeah, there's basically nothing new in DSLR mount besides these manual focus things. $1,200, 58 1.5 over Leica, of course. Meyer Optic cordlets. Oh, a 200 or 20 to 200. Yeah, I think I had seen that. I'll check out the mirrorless stuff. This is really nice on the B&H website that they have the sort by newest. I use that for some of my videos when I'm looking at news and stuff. Sony FE 102.8 macro 1500. Would you rather have a full frame 20 to 200 or crop 16 to 300? I mean, are they the same aperture? Because if they're the same aperture, then you'll have a benefit to the full frame most likely because of the size of the sensor and how much light covers the sensor. I don't know what the terms would be for that. How many photons per area, given area? So you would probably have a benefit, unless we're talking like, you could search them up. Yeah. Let's see. Oops, 200 millimeter. That is 3.5 to 6.3. It's probably the same. 16. 3.5 to 6.7. Assuming that's the lens. 300 versus 200. It also depends on what you're trying to use it for. Whoops. 6. 320. Oh no, I picked the wrong one. Yeah, you would have a lot less getting up close with the full frame setup. So if you really want more range, I mean, ZV-E10, A6700. Yeah, I would probably get the 6700 for the viewfinder in that case, because you'd be stuck with only the screen for the ZV-10. Actually, I have one of those, the original ZV-10, and I use it in a hands-on video rig for the most part. But I have used it for photography, and it's fine. It's just you're only going to have the screen. Small kit for travel. Yeah. Be pretty nice. It's 1,000, 1,500. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what the equivalent size of the two lenses is. But if this is like physically smaller, it's probably good. Realistically, 300 millimeters, considering the crop factor and f6.7, you know, I think it'd be fine, but definitely outdoors, daytime stuff. All-in-one lenses. For me personally, I'd probably get a Ricoh GR and just like make it work. But then I wouldn't be able to obviously get anything at a distance type of thing. Maybe the Sony RX100 series. Although those are really expensive these days. Let's see. I mean, pricing would be different in your country probably. No, it's 24 to 70. Yeah. $1,700, man. Okay, that's a 24 to 200 equivalent field of view. So expensive though. And this camera is not exactly new. It's been out there for years at this point. But for me, the size is a big factor because I don't want to carry stuff. But I mean, if you're fine carrying stuff, yeah. Z6 III, 24 to 70. Is that the F4? 24 to 105. I would probably get the longer focal length one if you don't, because it's already a big camera to begin with. I'd probably go for the longer focal length. From what I've seen, they're very equivalent. If not, the longer range one is better quality wise, like very slightly. So I don't think you would lose anything besides money, but getting the longer focal length in size. I would go with the Z5 too. Yeah, I like SD cards, and I don't need. Do you need the high readout rate of the Z6 III? Because you do lose, from what I've seen, you lose some dynamic range in the lower ISOs on the partially stacked sensor. So that's the negative of the Z6 III. I could be misrepresenting it. Let me check. Okay, this is just a random forum posting. It's well known that dynamic range for the Z6 III. This looks like a DxO mark. Let me see if they. I don't remember their exact website address. Nikon. There we go. No, I don't think they have it. I don't know where that data came from, but so Z6 III is light blue. So from ISO 100 to like 640, or technically 800, it gets better. There is a difference here between the Z6 II And I don't know why they put the Z50 is a APS-C camera, so it's very close to that. So you're basically losing a stop of performance, like quality-wise, at the low ISOs for the Z6 III, which it's basically, from this data, it's the equivalent of a APS-C camera. The darker one's is C6 II, and then the D600 is slightly better than all of them. I actually had a D600 for quite a few years. So you're saying or get a D6 with the 85G. I don't know what that is. Is that a Canon one? Or is it 6D? Yeah, 6D. Oh, okay. D6. Oh, whoa. It's been a while since I've looked at their higher-end DSLRs. I don't know what the used prices of this are, but I mean, if it's like reasonably priced, it is a massive camera though. I wonder if they have the weight on this thing. 20 megapixel. It's going to be in American units. Inches. Oh no, it's got both. So 1,450 grams. Oh, with the battery. 3 pounds, 3.2 ounces. Man. Yeah, their flagship. Yeah. It has a custom, like a specific battery for itself, too. Whoops. Just curious what the used prices are. Good condition. 3,000. Let's see. I'll probably go with something like this, like the original A7C. I mean, I feel like this is overpriced too, but in the United States we have messed up pricing situation because our government is doing stupid stuff. I don't know if it's affected other countries, because I feel it probably has, because the companies are kind of like distributing the bad situation, even if it's nothing to do with you guys, which is sad. A7C with a 28 to 135 f4. That would be nice. Let's see what that lens looks like. I assume that's a Sigma. 28. I'm fine with apertures like that. I don't need like super fast. Oh, it's a Sony lens. Oh, this is the video one. Okay. Yeah, that's a chunky lens. The mechanical zoom thing, or not, the zoom by wire, whatever it's called, is kind of cool, because it's on their, geez, what is it called? Oh, thanks for following. I don't do a ton. Let's see what's Miles Photo. Thanks. I don't do a ton of photography stuff here. I mostly edit videos, and when I do go to an event, I'll look at photos and stuff. Website called PX Imaging. Oh, PXL Mag. I don't think I've heard of that. Are they an actual magazine still? PXL Mag. I don't think I've ever seen. I probably have seen this, but okay. It looks like their data is kind of old. Pentax 17. Oh, they have a camera and lens size comparison tool. Okay. Let's see. Camera and lens size comparison tool. Begin by adding cameras using the search box. D6. And then 7C. Yeah. You can add a lens. See what lenses you mentioned. 85G. G-type. Like the 1.8G. No, I don't have it. I did have that lens for a while. I wasn't a big fan of this lens, but the copy that I had was refurbished, so it might have had issues with the specific copy that I had. You had to press the plus. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I typed into cameras. My bad. 85. Whoops, let me just do that. Nope. Oh, there we go. And whoops. 28. Yeah, this is probably a big boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the practicality of that lens for everyday situations. Yeah. It was a cool lens, but man, I assume it's very expensive too. Let's see. Whoops. $28, $135, $3,000. Used from 2,300. Camera decision. Okay. There's also camera size. I usually had used this one, but I don't know if it has a good lens thing to it. That's a big... Oh, the EM... Whoops. E-dash... Not writing that right. EM1 Mark II. Oh, this one's kind of... This is a cool camera. Oh, that's big. This was kind of a cool one from Olympus at the time. It's the EM1X. Whoops. Switch the view. That's, man, it's a Micro Four Thirds, of course. So it's definitely a big camera considering the sensor size. Still kind of cool though. I don't know what these go for lately. Let's look at MPB. Ricoh GR4 Z9. Yeah, let's see. I'll use this one. Whoops, COH. So we got the GR3. It's probably the same size basically. And yeah, it's a big difference. This is the camera that I have. That's not a like massive difference. Whoops. I mean, I guess it is a big difference. This is still, you need a bag. I would like something I could put in a cargo pants pocket. That's basically GR. Fujifilm had a few cameras, or at least one camera that was similar, but they never made a new version of it. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, the X70. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Still a little bit bigger. This thing is probably way overpriced now. Whoops. No, they don't even have one. Let's see what GR cameras they have. I would assume the inventory for the US side is different than in different countries. It might be FinePix. I don't know. I don't think it's a FinePix. It's just X70. Probably. Because it was more of their professional-esque, like X series. But I mean, it's obviously not X mount. Let's see. So that's the original GR. This probably has a smaller sensor. Actually, no. That might be an APS-C one. Whoops. Man, $840 for the original. That feels so overpriced. GR3 X, that's the different focal length version. Isn't it funny that Nikon is the only major brand to not have reached 50 megapixel? Yeah, they're kind of reliant on Sony for sensors most usually. Although they claim that they produce their like own designs. I'm not sure of the details. They did use a different company at one point for one or two of their cameras. I think it was called Tower Semiconductor. Or Tower Jazz. Oh, this is in May. Here's a random rumor. Nikon Z7 III, if that ever will exist. Tower Jazz 67 megapixel. I don't know if they're ever going to replace the Z7. Because it kind of got upstaged by the Z8. Sony owns the factory. They do have a few other options, but they're probably not up to the same like technological level of Sony. And obviously Canon's not going to let them use their sensor fab. Tower Semiconductor. Here's a thing from September. Okay. So assuming this is correct information, it's kind of a cool article. So the Z5 Sony, Z6 II Sony. Yeah, the Tower Semiconductor did the Z50 apparently. Z52. Z6 III? Really? Oh. So the partially stacked is from Tower Semiconductor. That's interesting. I thought it would have been a Sony thing. And Sony does the Z5 II sensor. ZR. Yeah, I forgot about the ZR. So you're saying, or something like that, yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that they did the Z6 III sensor. Let me see if they have a website of some sort. It's getting late. I'm probably gonna have to head out. Tower Semi. Not sure where they're located. So at the very least, they have two options. Maybe they'll show where their plants are. Israel, California, Texas, Japan. Maybe this is where their fab is, because there are some fabs in Israel for Intel. Okay, that's the headquarters. It's in California. Engineer. I don't know. $13.65. Oh man, that's not great. I don't know what this job is. Repair technician. It's hard to say where exactly their fabs are. That's probably one of these locations. Huh. All right. I'm going to head out. Thanks for stopping by. It's fun to always do camera talk. Yeah. I mean, my personal direction with photography is usually smaller equipment just for like the convenience of it. But if you're bringing a bag, then on my voice, then I guess it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to head out. Peace. See ya.